Our primary objective today is to celebrate a wonderful new initiative that's been made possible by our friends at the Donald W. Reynolds Foundation.
The members of this network, members from Lawton, Seminole, Enid, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City, have been planning this partnership since 2003. Their planning has been successful because it reached out beyond the walls of the museum and involved not only world-class exhibit designers from across the country, but many of Oklahoma's teachers, the state education officials, and community leaders.
The Oklahoma Museum Network ignites an appreciation for science that will last a lifetime. And so what is good for our children and our families is great for our state.
We thank you from the bottom of our heart for what you are going to do to change science education in the state of Oklahoma.
Thank you so much to the Don Reynolds Foundation, without whose help and guidance and vision for what Oklahoma can do for our young people, we wouldn't be here today. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to help unveil one of these exhibits.
What a wonderful place it is for people to just play together and learn together. I loved what Leonardo's offers to our community, what it represents. Enid pulling together to make that museum happen, pulling together to make Adventure Quest, our outdoor playground, happen. We see that we are enriching and inspiring the children of Northwest Oklahoma, and what greater benefit could there be for a community than enriched and inspired children?
We could not afford these new exhibits without the support of the network, because an example, one particular exhibit I know alone costs $50,000, just one exhibit. We are just so thankful to be part of this network. I never would imagine that we would be where we are today because of this network. It's just truly amazing, truly amazing.
Traditionally, we're a history museum, and because of that, we're very non-hands-on. With the introduction of these exhibits, we have hands-on. We hear a lot of laughter in our gallery now, and children enjoying the exhibits, experimenting, and I think it's brought life back to our museum.
Unlike most aerospace museums where they stanchion off the exhibits, we want the exhibits themselves to be interactive and be a part of that person's life. So when they leave, they understand a concept that maybe they've only read in a book or been told about. There's a saying that says a wise man plants a tree knowing that they'll never sit under the shade of it. So I think when you're part of the museum business, you have a passion for investing in generations that will come behind you and be able to sit under those shades of the trees that you've maybe planted the seeds for.
I have personally seen the difference that museums can make in a child's life. I grew up going to museums, and it really shaped who I am today. So to be a part of something that can really make a difference, not just for a couple of people, but really for an entire state, it's an amazing, amazing opportunity.
There's so many different things that these kids can learn, either in the museums, because the exhibits are rotating every 6 months. They will have a new exhibit that will come in, and then we have a 40-foot vehicle that will take hands-on learning to the schools. And when you can bring that to the kids and teach them how much fun it is to learn, it's an incredible impact.
We all love to watch children discover something new, and they figure out how it works, and they're so proud of themselves. You know, what I see is a child gaining self-esteem and confidence that's so critically important to their future development. I see really the future leaders, the leaders of tomorrow. That's really what this is all about. It's about quality of life. It's about the future of our state and our nation. And I applaud the Reynolds Foundation, frankly, for seeing the value of this investment, investing in our children, providing quality educational opportunities for our children can only make our future much brighter.
We also want to make sure that teachers have access to the best professional development and bring these into the classroom so we really can spark that love of learning for life.
Science is really involved in everything. We are scientists every day, we just don't realize that. And of course, kids are natural scientists. They learn by playing, by putting things together they've never done before, by taking things apart. And that's really the basis of science, is figuring out how things work and how things work together. And by doing that, we can perhaps come up with innovative new ways of doing things so that we can be competitive in this state, in this nation, and in the world for a very long time.
When you see kids interacting with science exhibits, getting their hands on, getting involved, you can't help but just to feel, all right. So my greatest satisfaction comes when those kids go, hey Mom, take a look at this, or wow, I didn't know that could happen. Because that means that they're really thinking about it and their little cogs are turning in their brain and it's gonna make a difference.
Of course, being the president of a science museum is great fun much of the time. But when you're having those bad days, like everybody does, all I have to do is go out on the science floor and spend about 20 minutes and watch a kid learn something new, or a family learn something new together, and watch those light bulbs go off as they recognize something they've never thought about before. And you just know that you've changed that life forever. And they will never see the world quite the same again. And that's what fuels all of us that work in this industry, is to know we're changing lives in good ways, and that life will never be the same again.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to the Reynolds Foundation for their support. Without that, we could never have accomplished what we have. And the network, thanks to them because of the hard work and the hours, countless hours that have been put together on this. And we've been through a long process, and we've gotten to the point where it's here. We're excited, and we're looking forward to the future.